We're gonna start this video with a hard question. If you talked to other people the way you talk to yourself, what would those relationships look like? Hi, I'm Karin, and I'm a PhD level behavior change expert. On Instagram, all the time, I get the same freaking question. How do I follow through on the things I promise myself? And my answer is generally the same. You do the work to build a healthy, dependable relationship with yourself, just like you would do with anybody else in your life. And yes, this is absolutely easier said than done. But in this video, I'm gonna give you 2 mindset shifts that help our clients develop compassionate and effective mental monologues, which I promise is going to have a huge impact on your life. Self-talk shift number 1 is stop using the word excuses. You've probably said this to yourself before. That's just an excuse, I'm making excuses, I need to stop making excuses, that kind of thing. Here's a radical shift. When you start to view everything that your brain is offering you as a legitimate reason, as a legitimate obstacle that you need to take seriously, you will become much better at getting past those obstacles. In other words, you can figure out how to actually problem solve instead of just ignoring those problems by calling them an excuse. I'm gonna give you a personal story on this one. For a long time, I was working out early in the morning, and I would wake up and I would feel this intense resistance to go to the gym. And when I asked myself where that resistance came from, it really came from the idea that my sweatpants and my pajamas were warm and cozy, and I didn't want to put on cold leggings and go to the gym. And at first, I wrote myself off. That's just an excuse. I just need to get over it. I just need to move on. But spoiler alert, writing it off didn't actually help me change the behavior, and I kept resisting the gym and in some cases, skipping it. So I used my behavior change brain and I tried a different tactic. I simply told myself that I could wear my pajamas to the gym, I could wear those cozy sweatpants all the way there, and I would change when I got there. And poof, all of a sudden, it was a lot easier for me to get to the gym. Basically, when you remove the word excuse from your self-talk, you build in opportunities for you to create that relationship with yourself, take problems seriously, and actually develop solutions. So let's be honest, how helpful was this tip for you? If on a scale of 1 to 10, you would say more than 4, I want you to do 2 things. Number 1, I want you to hit the subscribe button so you do not miss videos like this. Let's be honest, we all know we can really be into something and then forget about it for months at a time and be like, oh, shoot, I completely forgot about that really helpful thing I was doing. Don't let that happen, hit subscribe. And number 2, if you're enjoying this content, I want you to scroll down into that description box and sign up for our Tuesday Toolbox newsletter. Every single Tuesday, we send out an actionable change tip. We actually teach you how to do something, even more than I do in these videos. And if you use those tips, I promise you'll get so much closer to be the person you want to be. With that said, let's move on to the second self-talk correction that I want you to make. And yes, it is another phrase that I want you to stop saying. And that phrase is, I'm just going to figure it out. It might also sound like, I'm just going to be more disciplined, or I'm just gonna make sure I get that done. Question for you. Has saying those things ever actually helped you? No, probably not. And that's because I'm going to figure it out is not a plan for figuring it out. Telling yourself I'll be better about something does not help you figure out what better means or how to get there. Telling yourself you'll just figure it out does not actually help you figure it out. Anytime you see the word just in your self-talk, ma'am, that is a red flag. Instead, when those pop up in your mind, I want you to replace them with these curious questions. Number 1, how exactly will I get the result I want? And what is that result? Number 2, what does figuring it out actually look like? And number 3, how can I support my future self? If you're skeptical, just try it out for 1 single week. I'm asking you for 7 days, that's it. Remove the word just and the word excuse from your vocabulary, and instead replace them with actual problem solving and actual planning. Let me know how it goes in the comments, and I will see you in the next video.